Hello everybody. Today we'll continue sequence by define tuples. Tuples or tuples like list can store homogeneous and heterogeneous data. But tuples are immutable, whereas lists are immutable. Mutable means we can change its elements, okay? But tuples are immutable. Its element cannot be changed, okay? We cannot change the element. Example here. Example. We can define tuples by any name you want, equal first string, comma, second string, comma, float number, comma, integer number, what do you want? When you call the tuple, here we have tuple, because we don't have parentheses or braces or brackets. No brackets here, okay? The parenthesis is optional. The parenthesis is optional. So when you call this tuple, give us the list or the tuples between parentheses. Also, we can implement or calling the lengths of list or lengths of tuple, give us the three. We have here three elements, okay? Another example. If we want to define another tuples, we can put parentheses, okay? It's optional. Parentheses is optional, but from now and on, okay, put the parentheses, okay, to differ if it's tuple or list or strings. So the same, okay? We can put parentheses or we cannot put parentheses. This is optional parentheses, okay? This is tuples. The elements inside the tuples cannot be changed. Okay, example. If we want to define one element tuple, we must put a comma to distinguish between one element tuple T and a string S or variable X. So, if we define or assign T equal parenthesis, double quotation A, we must put this comma. With comma, it's a one element tuple. The same without comma becomes string. It's a string now. Even we put parentheses, even, because the parentheses are optional in Python, in tuple in Python. So when you call T with comma, so it's a tuple with comma. Without comma, it's only a string. It's character. So to differ between string and tuple for one element tuples, we said only for one element tuple, we must put comma after this element or this string, or we can differ between one tuple, one element tuple, or a variable integer. So the same, T equal 10 comma X equal 10. So T is one element tuple contain one integer, and X is a variable equal 10. So differ between them, we must put comma. Only this rule for one element tuple, okay? Okay, let's continue. Accessing tuple elements. How to access the tuple elements? Like list, we can access their elements by name index. We can use the elements in expression also. Example, T, tuple, parenthesis, 5, comma, space, 6, comma, space, 20. So it's three elements in this tuple. We can access each element, T0, like here 5, or we can add their elements in any expression we want. Example, T1 plus T2 equal 26. Or Y equal T0 times 6. Y equal now 30. So Y here is integer. We can use element of tuple or list, the same. Here is the same for list or tuple. the same. We can add the element or any expression in their elements, or we can define the tuple or the list the same for any variable, like here. Okay? Any question for this for now? Okay. Let's continue. Tuples are immutable. Immutable means cannot change their elements. Results in type error. Example here, the same tuple like before, 5, 6, 20. If we want T1, which is equal to 6, we want to assign a new value in the tuple, give us type error. Tuple object does not support item assignment. Okay. Whereas list, in the list we can. In the list, the same as tuple, but list we put here brackets. In the list, we can assign, we can change the element, we can append the list, but here in tuples we cannot. Okay. We can read only, read from tuples only. Okay. Adding, okay, adding items to the string or tuple. String or tuple. As with list, like list, the plus equal augmented assignment statement can be used with string and tuple, even though they are immutable. Example, T equal 5, 6, 20. We can define new tuples equal the old tuple, T2 equal T. Like here, T2 becomes the same, 5, 6, 20. Also, we can append or adding item to the tuple. So T2 plus equal 30, 40, 50. The new tuple T2 will be 5, 6, 20, adding these three elements, 30, 40, 50. Okay, but we cannot change inside. We cannot change their element, but we can append it, add elements in it. Okay. Okay. Appending tuples to list. List. We have here list. We have list equal 10, 20, 30. Okay, it's between brackets. It's the list. We can append list plus equal a tuple here between parentheses. We can put tuple appended inside the list, add it to the list. Like here, list plus equal between parentheses 40, 50. So the new list will be 10, 20, 30, and the element of tuples 40, 50. Now 40, 50 we can change it because they are inside the list. Inside the list are immutable. They are immutable, this element. We can change it. But in the tuple, cannot change the element. Okay? Any question here? Okay. Now, tuples may contain immutable object. How? Tuples can contain a list as element. We can put a list inside tuple. Like, can access the list and its element. Can modify elements inside the list. Example, cannot append the list. We cannot append the element or the list inside the tuple. Example, here. Tuple equal, between parentheses, double quotation, COMP215, string, comma, another string, comma, we can put list inside the tuple. This list, 50, 60, 70, okay? So the element, this list is one element of tuple. All list is one element. Here we have T0, T1, T2. So when we call T2, give us the whole list, okay? So this list here in the tuple is one element inside the tuple. Okay, if we want to enter inside this list, so we have double subscription, double index. T2 give us the list, 50, 60, 70, and T21 go to 60, 0, 1, 2, another 0, 1, 2. We have one, T0, T1, T2. Inside T2, we have T2, 0, T2, 1, T2, 2. Okay? So we can access any element inside the list using tuple. So tuple T21 give us 60 here. Inside this list, we can change the value, but this values element cannot be changed. So we can assign 60 to 100, the element here. So T21 was 60, assign it to 100. Now when you call T2, give us the new list 50, 170. We can change the element inside the list, which is inside the tuple. But we cannot change the big elements. Okay? You got here? Any question here? Any question? Good.
No.
Good. Now, okay. Unpacking sequences. Unpacking sequences. We can unpack any sequences element, list, or tuples, or strings, or range, because this slide is for sequences. The sequences members are list, tuples, strings, range, any object have list. By assigning the sequence to a comma separated list of variables. Example, how? A value error occurs if the number of variables to the left of the assignment sample is not identical to the numbers of elements in the sequence on the right. Example, like here. In tuple, okay, we have tuple here. T equal string jabber, comma, list. We have list inside tuple, 85, 90, 80. So we can assign unpacking sequence. We can assign two new variables with each element in T. So we can write name, comma, space, watch out about space, grades equal T. So because we have in the tuple here two elements, only two elements, so we must conserve the rule, two variable here equal to variable here. Okay, this was because the number of variables to the left equals the number of variable to the right. So in the tuple here we have two elements, we must put here two variables, not lower, not bigger, only two, okay? Whereas or would give us error. So name, comma, space, grades equal T. So automatically Python assign name to Jabber and grades to this list, the second element. So when you call name, give us string Jabber. Now name is a string, it's not tuple. T is a tuple. Name, the name is string. Also, the grades is the list here. It's not tuple. So the variable grades is list, the variable name is string. We extract the two elements by this assignment. Call it unpacking sequences. Okay, unpacking sequences. This be done for tuple, for string, also for string. Example here, C1, comma, space, C2, comma, space, C3 equal yes. Between quotation, we have three characters here. Three variables, three characters. Left side equal right side. Okay? Three variables in the right or the left equal three characters on the right. Okay? So now C1 will be equal to Y, C2 will be equal to E, C3 equal to S, because we have one string contains three characters. Okay? So we can unpacking sequence for string also. So when we print this, print format text between quotation, open and close the braces, put your variables there. You can write here anything you want. give us Y, any text, E, any text, S. So we can unpacking sequence in the string.
دكتور
اتفضل.
لو كان السترنج بقلبه أكتر من 3 letters
error. Give us error. We have a 3 variable with 3 characters. Okay, will give us error. Okay, must be the number of variables here equals the number of characters or elements in the list here. Here we list the same. We can do it in the list. So in this list we have 3 elements. Must be 3 numbers or 3 variables there. So now and 1 equal 5 and 2 equal 6 and 3 equal 7. The same print with different characters here give us 5, any character, any text here, 6, anything here, 7. So because we have in the print between quotation, anything here is the text, can be displayed at the output. Okay? So unpacking sequence for tuples, for string, for list, even for range. It's new, for range. We can use unpacking sequence in the range. How? And 1, comma, and 2, comma, and 3 equal range. In this range, how many elements inside it? Must be equal to 3. Must be equal to 3 or error will give us error. So range 20, comma, 31, comma, 5. Minimum number 20. Maximum number 31. Step by 5 or increment by 5. So this range will give us 20 plus 5, 25, plus 5, 30. 30 equal 31 minus 1 is true. Okay? So this range will give us 3 elements. 20 plus 5, 25, plus 5, 30. Okay? So 3 elements here with the 3 variables here. Okay? So the same, we can put print F format text and 1 backslash T or backslash N or any text or any character, and 2 backslash T and 3 give us this 20 space 25 space. As you can notice here, the first backslash T here give us around 4 spaces, whereas the second backslash T give us exactly 8 spaces. Okay? Who tells me why? Miriam, are you with us? Miriam?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. Please اشرحي لهم ليه باك سلاش تي الاولى عطت 4 سبيس وباك سلاش الثانيه عطت 8 سبيس. انت شرحتيها على جروب الواتساب، هلا اشرحي لهم. ناسي؟ مش انت جاوبتي؟
ولا مظبوط.
مش انت جاوبتي بالواتساب واخذتي بونص عليها؟
بلا
يلا ذاكرينا جاء عيديها. شكلك عم تقري واتساب نسيتيها. يلا. ليه اول باك سلاش تي عطتنا 4 أو 5 سبيس، ثاني باك سلاش تي عطتنا 8. ما بتعطي اكثر من 8. ماكسيموم 8. يلا ميريام. شو نقليتها كوبي بيست من شي محل من الويب سايت انترنت ومش فهمانيتها يا مريم؟
انه التاب بتعمل لك سبيس على الايت سبيس كلمة من اول شيء، من اول ما بلشت.
صح. اوكي ما برافو، هذه هي. هون عندنا 20 في 2 سبيسز، في عندنا هون اوريدي سبيس 3 سبيسز 3. ايه في عندنا صاروا 3 هون 20 2 سبيسز، this spaces 3 spaces, remain 5 here, so will give us 5 space. Okay, 5 and 2 3 8. اوكي فهمتوها كيف صارت؟ ترجع هون عطت 8 سبيس لانه ثابت بلشت على الصفر فعطت 8 سبيس.
بس دكتور
تفضل.
هيدا السبيس اللي بعد الان 1 بينحسب لانه منا
هون بدنا نحسب هيدي كمان. ايه عندك 2 3 4 مش هيك؟
بس
عدهم بلا عدها منيح. عندك الان 1 2 سبيس 2 كاركترز 2 digits. Okay.
مظبوط
2 عندنا 3 هون والسبيس قبل ال N2 4 4 spaces. Backslash T will give us 4 spaces here. So 20 space 4 space صاروا 8 انتلت 8 N2 سوري كيف صارت هون 2 4 لا ما بينحسبوا. عندنا 4 اخذت 4. عندنا ال N2 4 space ال N1 2 space سوري N2 2 space N1 2 space in between بيطلع 4 space طلعوا 8 لهون. هون we have 8 spaces. The second backslash T because started from the 0 index so we give us maximum 8 space 8 space 30. اوكي هول السبيسات اللي قبل الباكسلاش تي وباكسلاش تي ما بينحسبوا ما حسبون ضمن الثمانيه. اوكي
بلا دكتور بيحسبون
هات نشوف. يلا مريم ساعدينا.
بنبلش من اول تاب ستيب بنبلش من التول 2 هي 0
صح
0
صح
3 ومع هيدا 5 6 7 صارت 8
لحظه شوي
طلعت
يعني 5 8. الو مريم
مع ال 5 7 في بعد سبيس بعد باك سلاش تي بصيروا 8 عملت باك سلاش تي.
اوكي عملت 8 هون جداد. فصار عندنا هون 9 سبيس وكانه. اوكي صار في عندنا 9 10 سبيس. هون في سبيس وسبيس هون صار وكانه في هون 10 سبيس 8 او يعني 8 سبيس 10 سبيس. اوكي that's why backslash T will give us between 4 or 5 space to 8 space depend on the characters and the numbers of the word. Okay, yeah, let's continue. We can swapping values via packing and unpacking. Example, number 1 equal 99, number 2 equal 22. Okay, we can use this unpacking. Number 1 comma number 2 equal, this is unpacking. Okay, number 1 comma space number 2 space equal. We put these two numbers inside the tuple or list. We can use here tuple or list. Okay, so tuple we swap it by نحن قلبناه. Okay, so number 1 will be equal the value of number 2. Okay, number 2 will be equal the value of number 1 and then print the result. So number 1 equal number 1, number 2 equal number 2. But here number 1 here equal number 2, 22. Number 2 equal 99. So we swap these two numbers. We can use the packing and unpacking sequence for swapping. Better in C or C++ or Java, if we want to swap two variables, we must write it in 3 lines. We must put temporary variable, and we said number 1 equal temp. Okay, number 2 equal number 1, number 1 equal temp. Okay, نقلبهم. فبالswapping بالC, C++, بالJava, الswapping done in 3 statements, in 3 lines. Here in Python, we do it in 1 line. We can swap two numbers in just in 1 line using packing and packing list or sequences. Like here, number 1 comma number 2 equal tuple or list number 2 comma number 1. We swap it here. Okay, so it's done. So it's faster. Python is faster, especially in swapping. Okay, so this is one of the advantage of Python. Okay, any question here? Good. Now, accessing indices and values with built-in function enumerate. Enumerate is built-in function, methods, adds, counter to an iterated and returned as numerator object. Syntax, enumerated would give us here inside it iterable start. Iterable, it's the sequence or object or list or tuples or anything you want. Start is optional. Start counting from this number. If start is omitted, so we'll start by 0 index. will be started by 0 index. Okay, example here. We have list, we have list here. Okay, list, colors equal list from string list, red, comma, orange, comma, yellow. We can directly call list between parentheses enumerates colors. Will give us another list, give us this, that 0 comma red will give us tuples. The output of enumerate is a tuple. So will give us 0 index, comma red, 1 index, comma orange, 2 index for yellow. So will give us as counter. Will count each element inside the list. Okay, or tuple. Also, we can call it in the tuple. We can transform this enumerate from list to tuple, like here. Tuple between parentheses enumerate colors will give us the same sequence above, but with parentheses. Here it's a tuple, above here it's a list. List of enumerate. Enumerate means will give us the index position and its value at the same time as tuple. Okay, will give us index and its value as tuple. This is the advantage of Python in enumerate. How? What is the advantage here? We can enumerate in for loop. Example. Sorry. For index comma value. Here we put two variables, index comma value, n enumerates colors. As you can see, enumerates color will give us tuple, two element tuple, 0 comma value, 1 comma value, 2 comma value. So in for loop, we have two variables in enumerate colors. We have here two element here, two element by two variable. It's done. It's okay. Printf format index values. So this for loop will give us 0 index. We split it. We split this enumerate list. We split it by 2. The index part for index, the value part for value, and print them. So 0 will give us red, 1 column orange, 2 column space yellow, like we written inside the print. Index, column, space. Okay? Value. You got it? You got it? We can use enumerate to split the index and the value. It's a faster way to do this. Any question here? Any question here? Enumerates. So example, displaying a bar chart. Example, if you have a list, numbers equal 5 numbers here, 19, 3, 15, 7, 11. So this is given code, print, creating a bar chart from numbers. Print f index here, value, column bigger than 8. This is for alignment here. Tabular, tab by keyboard, tab, not \t. We can put \t here. We can put bar. So I will explain this. For index value in enumerate numbers will give us, the output will be f index bigger than 5, value column bigger than 8, tab by keyboard, star multiplication or repetition value. So the output will be like that. This print will give us creating a bar chart from numbers. Okay. The second printf here, the second print will give us index, value between braces, value, column bigger than 8 means we want here 8 space. After x, 8 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have here 3 space and 5 space here. We reserved here 8 space. So this command, column bigger 8 bigger هلا حنحكي عنه. column 8 means روح 8 space. هلا bigger than fill from the left. So bigger than 8 means put the value from the left. So 8 space and fill and write it from the left to the right. Okay? From the left or to the right. Or right to the left. حسب انتوا عم تاخذوا اللفت تبع الكمبيوتر او اللفت تبع ايديكم. اذا حناخذ اللفت تبعنا فبتكون هذه روح على الرايت from right to left. So هذه bigger بتكون from right to left. Okay? To our left. Okay? So value to point bigger than 8 means go 8 space and fill the word value from right to the left. Here we have tabular from the keyboard, give us 4 to 5 spaces and right part. Now, the for index, the for loop. For index value in enumerate numbers will give us index 0. Here we put it index bigger than 5 means we have 5 space here and write it from the right to the left. Okay, so write 0 at the 5th element here, the character number 5 here. Okay, so بعود زيح 5 space and write it from the right. So index bigger than 5 means you write below the x. Okay, this index will be written, will be write all the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the same as above, value column bigger 8, the same as above. زيح 8 space and write the number 19, its value 19 from right to left. Okay, the same for all elements. The same for all elements. Then this space is tab, one tab from the keyboard. Okay, you can write a tab inside the Python. Okay, like the \t, similar to \t. Okay, and write the star multiplication value. So the value here for each line, here is the value equal 19. So 19 times star. So we'll draw or we'll write 19 star. Okay, we don't have here alignment, so we'll start below the B. Okay, we don't have alignment here. So here we have 3 value, 3 star, 15, 15 star, 7, 7, 11, 11. So this code will display a bar chart. Any question? This is optional. Bigger than 5, it's optional. This is optional. These are optional for decoration, for formatting only. It's not obligatory, it's optional. Just to tabular the output. This is called tabular output, like table. We make it like table. Okay, easy to read. Okay, we can remove this. We can remove this. The value will be each side by side. Okay, so it will be hard to read. Any question here for this example? This example, using list, we use for loop, we use enumerate, okay, inside, okay, and we drawing star, chart, bar, or display chart bar. Any question? Okay. Delete statement, del statement. Example, we have numbers equal list range 0 to 10. We can fill the list by function range minimum maximum. So we'll fill the numbers from 0 to 9, always maximum minus 1. So these numbers will be list from 0 to 9 using this built-in function range. We can write this. Also, now we want to delete numbers minus 1. Minus 1 means the last element. 0 means the first element. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 2. The last element will be minus 1 or minus 2, 8, minus 3, minus 4. Okay. In Python, we can the index can be positive or negative. Positive start from 0 from there, negative start from minus 1 from the last. Okay. So when we call del built-in function statement del space numbers minus 1, so the new numbers will be the old without 9. We delete the 9. Okay. Any question here? Good. Also, we can use del and slice numbers 0, column 2, from 0, minimum, maximum, from 0 to 2 minus 1. So we'll delete the 0 and the 1, the location index 0 and the location index 1. So del's numbers 0, 2 will delete 0, 1, the 2 location here, 0 and 1 will delete 2 elements, 0, 1. Remain 2, 2, 8. Okay? We have less than 1 minute. We end. Okay, we finish. Any question? Okay. Any question now? Okay, I will stop the recording.